Outdoors Iowa here today. Hopefully you guys can hear me. We are on the bike. I got Skyler with me. I think you guys can see him. We're gonna head up the trout stream here at the campground and fish for a little bit. It's supposed to be raining, but the first couple of rain clouds missed us, so that's pretty good. I'm hoping this footage on the bike turns out very well, because the camera mount I have isn't quite right. So the camera is moving a lot. So we're gonna see how good a GoPro Hero 12 does for the motion stabilization. But we're gonna do hour and a half, 2 hours of fishing if we can. Then I'll head back to camp and start dinner. Or if it starts raining, we'll probably head back as well. But beautiful day. A few storms in the area, but it hasn't been bad yet. Oh, raspberries. Yeah, hopefully we can catch a few trout. Woo! I'm gonna leave Skyler in the dust. Watch this. Level 5 assist on the bike. We're on the e-bike. The look on his face just said it all. So the game plan is we're just going to start towards the top of the stream, work our way down with the bikes, and get closer to the campsite. And wherever we're at that point, we'll head home. All right, we're going to let Skyler catch up. He's got just a regular pedal bike. Perks of having an electric bike, you guys. Makes this so much easier on some situations. The stream is running absolutely beautiful and clear. All right, make a little bit of space to come down this and ride your brakes. Don't come down it barreling. So we're gonna stop at the bottom. All right, you guys, we're getting rigging up. I didn't have a hook on this pole at the moment because I broke off yesterday. But we're just going to be doing a little bit of drift and night crawlers for this short little trip here. So what I like to use, these are bronze. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. It's just a bronze bait holder hook and a size 4. Sometimes you can get away with a size 6, but I find the smaller hooks, you will have a lot of times where you'll pull the hook out of their mouth quite often. And Skyler brought me back the worms because we only have one worm container.
You asked me to only bring one.
I know. You don't want to waste all your worms and get them hot.
Bike ride up here was a pain.
All downhill from here.
It's easier for you on an electric bike.
Save up your money and get an electric bike.
So you're admitting you bought this?
No. One thing I love about up here, you guys, even if it's somebody camping or if it's locals, I've never really ran into somebody that was hard to deal with. Usually they're very friendly around here. So, we're rigged up. I believe I already went through this with you a little bit, but just in case, size 6 bait holder hook. And I'm not using split shots right now. It all depends on the current. If you have a lot of current, I don't use split shots. If you have a deeper hole where your worm won't sink very fast, then I'll throw a couple split shots on to get down where the trout are. So we're gonna go ahead and do some drift fishing with the worm here, and we're gonna hit a couple holes here and we'll see if we can catch something. So I like to just nice and easy swing it into the holes. A lot of these smaller trout streams, you guys, is a lot harder to try and cast. In certain situations you'll be able to cast, but not always. So now what I like to do, sometimes the trout will be skittish, so you do have to keep that in mind. If you start noticing that they're shying away from you, that means they can see you. But I'll just take and I'll follow my worm down the stream, working it through a couple different spots, and I feel my line with my other hand. Like that right there. So we're getting a bite right now, you guys. We're already getting a bite. So I go ahead and I hold the line and I feel for that bite. Now, I'll let it chew on it for a little bit before I set the hook. He's sitting under that moss patch, so he might have pulled the worm out. I don't feel him right now, but we're gonna try to set the hook and see if he's still there. Right out of his mouth. So, took about half of our worm, but he's still hungry most likely. So what he did, I let him get too much time, and he worked himself into that moss patch and got the hook out of his mouth. Now, if we can't get him to bite again right now, we know that he's right here in this area and most likely will stick around. So we can always come back up to it too if he's not sticking around. There we go. That was a whole different fish right there, you guys. Woo! All right. Didn't even give him a chance to swallow the hook, you guys. Look at that. Such a beautiful fish. Ah! All over Skyler's bike. Normally I'd be using my net right now, but it seems like this trip I don't have my brain. Oh my goodness. We are keeping this fish. Slippery little bugger. Check this out, you guys. Not even 2 minutes and we're already into a fish. So first trout, pretty awesome. I think I gotta get the stringer from Skyler though. So this wasn't even the first trout that bit, so there is still another one in there, but he might need to recoup a little bit before he's ready to bite again, since we just ran through there and almost hooked him and we lost him, as you guys can see. But there's also another nice hole just down from there too. So now I'll take and I'll run a worm through that same spot again just to make sure, feel for the bite, see if we catch a trout. If not, I move to the next hole and I just work my way downstream that way. Really effective way to get on some trout, you guys. All right, so we're gonna stick with that piece of crawler. If this shows you, if we get one, that's not even a quarter of a worm. That's all you need sometimes. Gonna start right back up in here. And I'm just gonna follow it with it. If you get stuck to a rock, just lift it up and let it keep going. It's pretty easy to keep out of the snags doing this, so that's very helpful. And then just make sure you work different areas of the stream. Don't just run down one spot and think you've seen any fish that was there. Sometimes you have to get it fairly close to these fish for them to want to bite it. And you don't want to put it right on top of them. You want to put it above the stream of them and let it drift down into them. Even these little spots, see how that vegetation's on the other side of the bank? If you can get that night crawler in and catch the right current and go right along the side of that vegetation, This trout will come out from underneath it and bite your hook. Alright. Didn't see anything come through. Let's go ahead and move down. Beautiful, beautiful waterfall, you guys. It's gonna be a little bit harder to hear me in this spot. I'm gonna let it jerk downstream a ways. Make sure there's nothing sitting down there that's hungry. Go ahead and reel up. We'll try in a different spot. Just make sure you drift down all across here in different areas, because you'll find those fish sitting in multiple different areas. Oh, there's a bite. There's a bite. And feel it on the line. We're gonna let him chew for a little bit. Hopefully he doesn't spit it out. Still chewing. We're gonna go ahead and set the hook. Little guy. All right. Luckily, he didn't chew on too long. Oh, he's making a mess. Luckily, he didn't chew on too long, so hook wasn't swallowed. Okay, do this quickly. Check that out, guys. Twin Springs, campground stream, little baby brown. Make sure your hands are wet when you do this, but we're gonna go ahead and get back in. All right. Good release. All right, he swam off good, we're good. We're gonna go ahead and get baited back up and go after another. So there's a nice log here to work our worm underneath. Good chance there might be a fish under there, you never know. You wanna get as close as you can to that log and let that current kick that worm underneath it. That's where this just nice and easy lobbing the worm in is very precise. Nobody's home. All right, we're gonna go down here and try over here real quick. See who can catch fish first, me or Skyler. What rod is Skyler gonna take? I was watching the wrong worm.
What?
I was watching the wrong worm.
Funny thing is, I was watching the wrong worm too.
Uh-oh.
Oh no, that sucks. That really sucks. Really?
Pull this out of the video.
No, no, it's not. No, no. You're so mean.
I tangled and it just got stuck on Skyler's line. He got my hook back for me.
Wow. Okay,
So that was pretty funny, guys. I actually got tangled in the tree, stuck to the tree actually. and Skyler's line got caught in mine.
Guess what I'm bringing in?
Skyler's line got caught in mine, and though I went to break my line off,
I got it.
and my hook was stuck to his line when it broke. So then I just cut the line and left him to tangle, and I took my hook. Poor
Wow.
kid. Poor kid never stood a chance. All right, we're gonna go ahead and work our way down a couple more spots. It gets a little bit skinnier down here, but there's a few little hiding holes inside these little stretches here, and sometimes you can pull a fish out of them. Looks like there might be a few little holes here, but doesn't mean much. So I'll tell you what, guys, trout can hide in such a small of spaces. Just like right around that little clay pipe down there. Yep. Yep, there was a bite. See if he still has that, I don't know. Nope. So we've got a trout that's active sitting right here by this clay pipe. Hopefully you guys can see that on the camera. Let's see if we can give him a bite again. He might have moved a little bit, but we'll see. I think he might have moved or spooked. Let's see if we can land it right inside that clay pipe. Nope, nothing in the clay pipe. So what these fish like to do, these trout, they wait and ambush stuff as it comes down the stream. So they're an opportunistic feeder. And if they see something, because they have very good sight and you got really clear water, if they see something coming down in the current, they'll reach and grab it really quick, and then they decide whether or not they want to eat it because they can taste it. I think this one took off on us. All right, guys, so there's a pretty good area here. A little bit of runs, there's a little bit of sticks down here, nice big rock. We're at the back of that clay pipe. Let's see if there's anything sitting down here. So now I'm going to try to work this area without getting too close to the stream and trying not to fish right across from me if I can. So I'm letting this worm float down downstream more into the holes. And sometimes that keeps them from getting spooked. Sometimes they just don't care. You can see them and you can still catch them. All just depends. A lot of people will try to fish stuff like this, but they don't like getting snagged. There's a trout sitting right in front of me, you guys. I can't move. I got stuck in a tree. We're good. Can't move. I don't think he's gonna be hungry. It just floated right by him. Pretty sure that fish already seen me. We're gonna go upstream more and we're gonna see if we can entice him by floating it down to him. Not interested. I don't think that fish is gonna bite for us. Crossed. See if anything comes out from this tree. We're going to try not to get snagged. Just like that. That is not what we wanted to do. We cannot get to this one. We're going to break off. Darn. Alright, so Skyler went ahead, but we're going to start back here. Remember we lost that trout in the beginning that took the hook out? So it's been about 20 minutes, probably 15, 20 minutes or so. Let's see if he's back to hungry. Skyler didn't think I could catch another one up here. There he is. He let it go. Nope, back to got it. The little guy. That might be that little brown that we just released, guys. He was tiny. All right, we ran through it a few times. Had a little fish biting it twice. We're gonna work our way downstream now. Another thought. We didn't really hit this spot. Skyler didn't either. A little bit hard for a spot to get into because you gotta make a further cast or you have to get in the water. So let's see if we can get in here. Not far enough. In the trees, there we go. So now since there's weeds there, we have to bounce it up and over those weeds. And then before it gets to the log, oh, we got fish. Look at that. I didn't even feel that one bite. Give me a second here, I have a lot of line out. Oh, he wrapped himself. There we go. So easy as that, just a little spot over there, and as long as you can get into it, you can get yourself fish. Wow. All right, guys, trout number 2. Another beautiful rainbow trout. Skyler didn't think I'd get one up here, but I knew there had to be something sitting back there. In fact, there's probably more, but we're gonna work our way downstream still. I've got to catch up to Skyler. Go. All right, guys, check it out. One more rainbow. We accidentally let him swallow a little bit too much, so he's going home with us. But what a way to make a mess. But we're planning on a trout dinner, so we want to make sure we have some. We're gonna go ahead and go clean these up, get back to camp before it gets too much rain, and we're gonna enjoy the campsite tonight. And I think Skyler just lost a fish. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. Just a nice little rundown. It's one of my favorite ways to fish for trout is drifting a worm. I grew up doing that when I was a kid. Spinner fishing's quite fun. Fly fishing's a lot of fun. But just going back to your roots and drift fishing a worm, oh man, I mean, I'll tell you what, it's very effective. But we're gonna go ahead and get heading home, and we'll see you guys on the next one. That's a walleye. And she swallowed it. That is a monster.